How's it going, everyone? Just want to make a quick video on how to remove the front and rear case on a Hisense portable AC unit. I do have a full video cleaning the filters and the rear coils on my channel for this unit. I'm not going to bring it down into the garage for this. I just figured I'd make this short video. First thing you want to do is make sure the unit's unplugged. Second, you're going to want to obviously disconnect your exhaust vent, which slides out, or you can unclip it. You need to be careful because the ducting tears really easy. I've got it sitting on these like door stop things because I have it on a safe. This is in my home office. This is model number AP0621CR1W. You've got your upper filter here. These need to be cleaned regularly, and you've got your rear filter here, and it's really simple. You just pop this out. I covered all that in the other video. Now with that, once you've done that, you're going to want to drain it. So I'm going to drain this really fast. Alright, so to drain it, I just get a cup. Since I'm doing it up here, I'm going to loosen the drain cap. It's in the back down here. Really self-explanatory. I don't know if this is being shown on camera. I don't even know if there's any fluid in here. I doubt it. I actually used this thing for like 2 or 3 years without ever having to drain it once. Okay, it looks like there's a little bit of moisture. Not a lot, surprisingly. So, okay, that's enough. We just want to make sure that if there is a lot of moisture, you don't want to move the unit or tip it over without draining it. There was not even a shot glass worth of fluid in there. We'll put the cap back on and begin the disassembly. Alright, disassembly is easy. You've got screws 1, 2, 3. There's one over here, 2 up here, and 1 on each side on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and remove those. Alright, so that's a total of 8 screws for the rear cover. Now, to remove these clips, now some of mine might be broken. I've had this apart a lot. It's really simple. You just want to get some handle tools. This is all covered in my other video. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this apart, but what you want to do is you essentially want to get these in, separate, and you'll use these to pop it apart like so, and then you'll go around and work it and split it apart like that. Take your time. These are aggressive clips. I'm going to go ahead and do that really fast, and we'll get to the front cover. Alright, so the rear cover is loose. Another thing you can do is actually find where the clips are on the side, and because the clips clip together like so, you can see, so you can see one of these clips right here. You can see how it grabs underneath the front casing. You can actually hit right here and it pushes the clip out and will free of you hit and pull this back instead of prying. I actually just, because this is really durable, it flexes, it's durable plastic. You just smack it a little bit and pull and it'll dislodge the clip. It'll bend the plastic in enough to disconnect that. So we're going to go ahead and lift this off. It just goes straight off the back like so. We do have some condensation at the top because I was just running this. So this was cleaned pretty recently. I've had this for like 5 years, so it's still working well. Usually down here is where it gets completely gross. You can see my other video where I pulled enough hair for it to be practically carpet off. It was really nasty. For the front cover, this is really easy. It's actually easier to get the front cover off, honestly. You have a screw here, you have 2 screws at the top, you have a screw over on the side, so there's 2 and then 1 on each side here, and then you have 1 down here in the front on the bottom. It's hidden. You can see this tab right here. and that's all that's holding this front cover off. When you remove the screw down here, you will lift the front cover off. I'll show you, and you need to disconnect the control panel and LCD screen that are up here at the top. So we'll go ahead and do that really fast, and that will give you access to just about everything you need to replace on here. The front screws, if I remember, we'll see right now, I think they're a little bit shorter than the rear screws, minus that bottom one. Yeah, these are slightly shorter. Here's the rear screws. The rear screws are longer. The center bottom is a longer screw though. Just keep that in mind. The one that's down here is longer, but I believe these upper ones are short too. Yeah, these are shorties. Okay, that's everything holding on the front cover minus the LCD control wires. So this should tip up. Just give it a little bit of a jiggle here and unclip the two bottom where the screws are for the rear cover. Oh, and my door, my stopper that it was sitting on is blocking this. I just don't want it to roll off this safe, so let me reposition this on a back wheel. I had viewers asking how to take the front off, and I actually needed to check something. So you'll take your fingers and pull on both tabs that usually hold the rear end, and you'll pull them forward just a little bit. It'll be kind of snug. Do the same thing, work your way up, pull out, and then tip the front of the bottom of the front cover forward. And then what you'll do is it lift a little, it hooks over and just sits on there, so it's free. And then you have a little bit of room. As you can see, they do give you slack to disconnect the connector here for the LCD. It's a simple connector. There's a clip you lift up and this will pop right out. You just want to be gentle. You don't want to mess up these small wires. It can be a little bit of a pain without like a flathead screwdriver. And there you have it. You can see the connector here. And then this is how you can get like the mold. This gets really moldy and stuff. And you can clean the mold and stuff in here. In the front of this, as you can see, it also gives you access to the drain trays down here. This one was really gross, so I ended up cleaning it out because I'm where there's a lot of fires. And what happens is, even though this would normally be like the air that's being cycled through your room, through the intake, when the AC's off, all the wind from down the street will blow in the exhaust vent, the vent that goes out to the window. So when the AC is off, all that air is blowing back in here. So it's blowing in through this area here, and then it's just all the dust and grime will get in here and settle. So I cleaned a lot of this out. It still is a little gross. Yours will probably be really nasty if you've never cleaned it. But this gives you access to everything you need to do. If you want to take this grill out, see how mine's like a little rusted. You could either just take it out. I might just take it out. There's really no purpose in having it there, I guess. Like if you wanted to keep like critters from getting in, but they can't get in because I have mesh in the vent. You can't see behind this, but there's mesh. Let's see if you can see back there. If I move this, there's mesh through my intake vent, if you can see that. And then obviously I have a window screen on, so a critter can't get in anyways. So instead of blowing like rust, I might just take this off. The only other reason I could see this being a thing is like putting your fingers in there, but you can't really fit your fingers through this. The holes are too small, you know, and I mean, if you had kids or something, maybe, but it beats blowing like rust. You know, rust is pretty toxic. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in. And like I said, mine has lasted a lot longer than most people ever keep these, but I have serviced it doing these simple tricks. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching.